All right, we are bracing ourselves for some snow to push into the forecast area. Everybody wants to know, hey, when is it going to come down? When is it going to fall? How much is it going to fall? Well, we're not anticipating a whole lot. In fact, we have nothing out there right now. This is over toward Tourist Park, a nice live look. And you can see we just have the clouds in place, and it's cold out there. Now, we do know that. It is very, very cold, but we're momentarily expecting that snow to push in past 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock this afternoon. We'll see it. Frigid temperatures plus tracking the snow, prompting our 11 Live weather impact alert. We got to protect the pipes. We got to protect people, and we got to protect our pets as well. Typically, we would add a fourth in there with plants, but we've already seen some freezing. We've already had snow, and so if you haven't pulled those plants in by now, maybe a little bit too late for that. We've been having snow push through the area over our heads, but hasn't made it to the ground yet. It's evaporating before it reaches the ground, but as it falls, it will continue to saturate the atmosphere and eventually make it down to the surface. When it does, however much falls, will begin to pile up quickly because the ground is already cold, folks, and so it's just going to pile up on us a little bit. Not expecting too much here in the metro area and northward. We're talking about up to an inch in the metro area for this afternoon. But again, with the slickness, that would add slickness to the road, so it's going to create some impacts for us as far as getting around by car or by walking. Temperatures in the 20s as we speak. We're starting to see upper 20s in the area as well, like Duluth at 29, 27 over toward Athens and 27 degrees. Right now in Atlanta, Peachtree City, 28 down toward LaGrange, and you're at 23 degrees over toward Carrollton. But checking the road temperatures as well. Most up to the north are below the freezing mark. Down here to the south, and further south, of course, those road temperatures are above the freezing mark. So some melting taking place and then refreezing will create headaches further down to the south you go. Temperatures are in feel like temperatures are in the teens, even though we have those temperatures in the 20s and upper 20s out there. It feels like 19 in Canton and Marietta, feels like 19 in Atlanta and Peachtree City. 14-degree wind chill over into George's Rome, 12-degree wind chill in Carrollton. We'll see those temperatures fall back down to the teens tonight, and so we have a cold advisory for you. All of our viewing area under this advisory, starting at 10 o'clock tonight, and will last through about 9 o'clock on Wednesday morning. That's where we'll see those wind chills feel like the single digits out there on your skin. So another morning where we have to wrap up. It's going to be very frigid out there. Winter weather advisory extends from Hall and Banks County down through Henry County. Clayton County is included in that. Also Fayette County and Coweta County, you're included in this. It extends over into the Athens area. This is where we could see up to an inch of snowfall, maybe a little bit above that, just south of the city of Atlanta. Further down to the south is where we have the winter storm warning. That indicates some higher totals, maybe 3 to 4 inches of snowfall possible in some spots, maybe a little higher in some spots as well. I'll tell you who's getting pummeled right now. You can see southern parts of Louisiana and southern parts of Mississippi as well. Heavy snows and wind associated with that area of low pressure a little bit further down to the south. We're on the northern fringes of this, which is why I think our totals will be a little bit lower, but we're watching it. Cold front back off to the north and west of us, starting to slide closer to the area as well. Let's take a look at some video from New Orleans. Look at that. And somebody out there trying to get around, no doubt doing a live shot. Has to be. Why would you want to be out in that? And are they equipped to handle it? Doesn't happen that often down there. Highways are shut down in the city of New Orleans. We've been looking at models continuously trending upward as far as the snowfall goes. Still looking at an inch to a half an inch on the American model as far as the snowfall totals. Over here on the European, less than an inch in the metro. Just south of that, it gets a little bit higher, and that's what we suspect will take place. Anywhere from a half an inch to an inch over the Atlanta metro area, just south of the city, an inch to 2 inches, and then 3+ inches down to the south, headed toward the Macon area. Any accumulations will add slickness to the road, so you have to be careful, and it will be freezing through the overnight. We'll have your 7-day outlook in just a few. Cheryl?
All right, thanks a lot. Almost time for Atlanta.